Good afternoon, everyone. We'll get started in a few minutes. Hello, we're going to wait 2 more minutes to see if anyone else joins.
Still know someone is talking. Can't hear me talking.
Hi, we're going to start in 1 more minute. We're about ready.
Okay.
If you'll go ahead and mute your phones.
Hold on, phone.
Can everyone see the admission screen?
Yeah.
Mhm. Okay, good afternoon. We're going to go ahead and get started. The meeting is being recorded, and if everyone will mute their phones or computers. My name is Tockley Perry, and I'm a client success representative here at Invention. I'm one of the newest team members, so I'm excited for you all to join me today for this training. We're going to talk about total recon, and what is that? The first thing you would do with Invention to get to our Total Recon site, you would log into our system with your username and your password. So I'm going to log into the system and get started. It's going slow. Let's try again. Okay, here we go. Let's try again. There are two ways to log in to the system. You will first use the login securedrop.eventionlive.com to log in, and you can use your single sign-on or your user ID and password. And in case you forget your password, there's an option to reset your password using the Forgot Password button. We can go back to that in a minute. Okay, this is your home screen for your Total Recon site with Invention. You would start with this site every day, and this would show you all the information according to your account information at your property.
Sorry, I can barely hear you. You sound like you're whispering.
Okay, let me turn up the volume here. How's that?
Still not that much of a difference.
Is everyone else having trouble hearing her too?
We're hearing fine.
How about now?
I hear you better now.
Okay, great. Okay, so this is your dashboard, and it will show you all your information. If you have information loaded here, this will be different view according to your property. What information will show on this screen. But the first thing you would do is go to the Imports tab, and you're going to check all the imports that come in for your data. Most properties use auto imports, and you will see them on this home screen, showing all the source files, the time and date it came in, the name of the file, and if it was successful or not. This is very important. On this side, you want to see all success files. To check in the recent imports, you would use this box, and you can enter in your date that you're looking for. I'm going to use a different date here. Let's see, January 11. Let's see what comes up. Okay. 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 When you're doing an import, you can go to this screen, and depending on what the file is, you will look on the side here. We're going to do a Revolution transaction import. So you will click on this tab here, and it will show you all the recent imports for your site at the top of the screen. If you want to do a manual import, you will click Upload File. You will select a certain file that you want, and you will load it into the system from here. Let's see this one. Okay, and then you would click Import.
If they ever don't come across, if they ever don't come automatically, you have to.
Depending on the size of the file will determine how long it will take to import. This one just came in pretty good.
These files automatically upload, right?
Yes, depending on your site, they will automatically upload, and some files you will manually upload, just depending on how you're set up.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay.
What's happening?
Okay, yeah, we just finished uploading one file, and when you finish manually doing an upload, you want to check and make sure it says success. But however, this one shows has a needs review message. And so you would highlight that particular file, and then you would scroll to the bottom and see what's wrong with it under the items. So it could be an issue with the audit or the drop, the employee, any one of these tabs you would click on to find the issue. It's still loading to see which one it is. I think it's the audits tab has the issue today. Yes. And so if you see anything like this, red, pink arrows, they will all need to be cleared before the import can be successful like the other files. And so this particular file has all these issues, and so you would need to go in and clear each one depending on the issue. This one says there are no envelopes associated with this transaction. So you will hover over the box, and it will tell you what's wrong with the particular item. It could be a department issue, employee name issue. Any one of these could have the message showing you what's wrong with it.
How would you
Okay.
be able to tell if the imports automatically should upload on themselves if it if it didn't, that there was nothing, like no data that imported for that day, or if it just didn't automatically upload?
There's going to be a message to the side up here to the right of the source file, giving you the reason for the error message. If you click on this drop down box, you can see all the statuses for all your files. It will be success, needs review, or unsuccessful from this list.
But I noticed when you click for all for like Revolution transaction, it just shows you all the ones that are really success. I noticed that there's a difference between that and book for time. Book
Mm-hmm.
for time, if you go click on the drop down to see all of them, like the status for all of them, you'll see that some weren't uploaded because there was no data to be imported. That's what it says
Yes.
on like the source file. But I don't see it that same message for like the Revolution transaction imports, the Opera, or Infogenesis tender.
Yeah, it just depends on your property and the file. Different
Um, I'll
variances.
I'll step in too. This is Matt with Tockley. We're on the call together. Revolution is your verified data when it comes to Total Recon. So you're pretty much always going to have data from Revolution. However, those audit files, like in the demo here, POS, PMS import, that has our audit data. Book for time is similar, just like Opera and Symphony. There may be, only 2 or 3 transactions that's being brought in on the book for time, and some of those transactions might not be cash. You might have only taken cards that day, so in that case, there really is no data to import. Best thing to do is open that source file and just look at the cache, the cache sections. And if they're all zeros, then that's why you're going to get no data to import. If there are zeros there, or if there aren't zeros there, if there's real cache numbers, then that's something that you would want to contact us about because it's not pulling right. But if you get the no data to import, look at that source file, and if there is really zero cache, because it's 2023 and we're living in a world where there's less cache going around, that may be the case. So always just kind of review it along with your imports.
My question is like for the book for time. I'm going to reconcile all like the show removed, then the was some imperfect made up specific. And I don't see that in for representation or it was emotions. I was updated that there were not these import, but status all show removed. I don't see the same information as like the book for time.
I'm sorry, you were breaking up the entire time. Could we hold off on questions till the end? Normally we do that, so we can go through additional questions.
Okay, I'm gonna make note of them because I have a few.
Sounds good.
Okay, we're gonna move on to the next section. Um, if we go up here to the accounting tab and click on verify, we can go over the steps in the cash process. Let's look up some data here. One second. Okay, thanks for holding about that. We had to import a better file so we can see some data. It's still loading. But yes, after we leave the imports page, we'll go to the accounting page and click on verify and see if the data is coming in yet. Still running. Import. Yeah, the system is going slow, everyone. Sorry for this delay. This file won't import. Okay, so once this file loads, having issues today of all days. Okay, we finally got it. Okay, I'm sorry again. Let's go to the accounting and verify, and the data will show here for January 22nd. Okay, here we go. Okay, so this is the verify page, and you will click on the actual amounts. It shows your drops, total verified, the number verified. If you click on this paper sign, it shows the details for the transactions for the day. And on this page, you can make changes on the machine. The verified amount will always come in equal to the drop amount, and the machine will count the money. One exception to this is if there are any discrepancies between the employee drops and what is reported. Verify is where you can fix any issues. If there is a vault drop, it needs to be also entered here. And if you need to make a new drop, you can do it here by clicking this button here, new blank drop, and enter information. And when you finish, be sure to click Save. Next, you will go to the Audit tab. And this responsibility is based on what the employee rang up in the POS or the PMS system. The audit amount is basically what the employee should have dropped. Let's look and see what that amount is. So this information will be here. And again, here are the details. Once you verify all this is correct, you will click the Audit All and Save. And you will go to the next step.
What if there's no information in the audited amount?
I'm sorry?
Like, if there should there be a number in the audited amount because that's what they should have dropped? What if there's nothing in the audited amount? Like, no numbers displayed.
So if there's no numbers there, check your audit imports. You remember how we had needs review on that import. That means the audit data didn't import fully. So check your book for time, check your micros, opera, make sure all of those came in, and if you're missing those or they need review, go ahead and address that. If it's missing a file that needs to be uploaded, upload that. That's whatever audit data you have. Just make sure that it all imported. So if you see zeros there, that's most likely it. If you see empty spaces like you see on the top two, that means there was no audit data for it and you're going to have to manually audit it.
Okay, and if there's information that needs to be there, because like I have, for example, like me first, a lot of like blank spaces in our audited amount. Like, who do we need to go to? Because then it looks like some reports are missing. So I probably need to request that from someone. Is there someone specific that I need to go to to request this information
I would speak with
to
someone on
upload
your
it?
property, possibly your IT people on your property. But to
Well,
upload it, all you have to do is manually upload it like we did earlier.
yeah, no, I haven't done any manual uploads. I've had people from your team upload for us because they didn't automatically upload. So I just want to know if there's someone specific. Do I just have to keep calling you guys when I notice that like it hasn't uploaded, so that way you guys can help do the upload because they're supposed to automatically upload.
Yeah. Send us over an email if you're not getting through calling. But yeah, you could call us or email us, either one, and we can help identify the problem and get those uploaded.
Okay. Okay, and is there anyone specific or no, just in general, like message anyone like the regular Evention contact
Yeah,
email?
send an email to the support@Evention LLC email.
Okay. Thank you.
And so here is where you would the employee will make the drop. Either the machine or the general cashier verifies what's in the envelope or the drop, and the import from the PMS or the POS system gives the amount they should have dropped based on what they rang up for that day. The audited amount minus the verified amount will give you the over short amounts that you would see in this column. Over shorts over a certain amount, which will vary by property, is called violations. So depending on what your violation amount is set, whether it's a violation or not. And once the amounts, the drop, verify, and audit are all in the system, and after all the imports show either success or valid, the next step is to check the cash journal, and you can close for that day. And so we will close out of here and go to the next tab for the cash journals. And your view may look different according to your property setup, but this is the tab you would go to, and you would let's look at that date. The 18th. So you would see the information here, and if it's correct, you would save and close the day, and it would automatically send the workflow out to the appropriate parties. You can also resend the workflow, and you can also export from here if necessary. All properties do not use the export, so it just depends on your property. This is the violations page, and this is where you will see any information that you would need to review to approve or confirm the violation. Let's go back and see if there are any on this one. You put the dates in here. I only want that one day, so I will go in here and alter the dates. Okay, and so these are the different statuses, and these where you would fix you can fix the problem, or you would say it's under violation, needs review. You can change the amounts here. You can make all edits here. Next, we will go to the reports page, and here you can print various reports based on what you want to view. We're going to look at the over and short report and see how this report looks. And you would filter in your date here. Mhm. Okay, and these are different tabs also. You can use filters. You can set up how you want the report to review, the grouping, the visibility. Shows the different columns if you want to select various columns to show a custom report, and the display to print. And so once you key in your date, you will run your report. That clicked off of there. Run report. And it would bring up your totals for each employee if they had any over or shorts for that date. And we're going to also look at the, let's see what other report. Cash deposit report is here. The different reports you want to pull according to your property needs. Next, we're going to look at how to add an employee. You go to the Personnel tab and click on Employees. And here you will click the Add button, enter the employee information, first name, last name, employee number. Also here you could add the department. Some employees work in different departments, so you will put that information in this space. The from date and to date is also optional. This would determine their start date and end dates to make them active in the system. Okay, that's for an employee. If you have an employee that's also a user, they will be in a different list. So you still go to personnel, but you will click on users. Okay, and the users have more functions in the system. They have access to the secure drop machines, auditing manager. So you would click on whatever user, or if you want to add a person, you would add them here.
Being an employee with user.
Excuse me?
What can be using user?
You're breaking up. I can barely hear your phone, but let me go back to the personnel page. I think I heard you partially. The difference with the employee and a user, employee does not have access to any of the systems or to the machine drops. They're just they don't have access. A user is usually someone that has access to that makes drops, manager.
Yeah, so the user is
Okay.
just for the site, like the employees may be imported, like their data may be imported. Um, with the imports, the users are people who actually use the website. So let's say Jade Barboza is a cashier at Eat. They have no reason to ever get on Evention and manage any cash. So they would just be an employee. A user would be someone who uses the website to manage anything that's being done on the website. So it's exactly user equals
To the
using the site,
website.
employee equals someone whose data is going to come into the site, and their drops from the machine are going to come into the site, but they don't actually have to use the site for any reason.
Okay, so users make drops. Like employees are just employees, but they don't have access to the cash machine.
So I mean, it's property to property. Whatever your policies are there, however they use the machine. So yeah, employees are the people who are, handling the cash and whatnot. Users are people who are handling the website.
Okay, user handle website, and then an employee handle the drops and everything, the cash.
Yeah. Like I said, it depends on your processes at the property, but yeah, essentially yes.
Okay, thank you.
If you have an employee, I want to go back to this screen. If you have an employee that needs to be changed to a user to have access, you would open their employee file and update it there. So we can look at Bob Bartender and look at his information. Also here, it depending on your property, the profile will show their bank information, how much they're allotted, the vault number, days between audits, all this information here. And if you want to add them as a user, you would push this button here for them to have access to the system, to the machine. And their username and email is required here, along with the deposit roles.
Can you tell me person's bank? Like, let's say like our property wants to change from they I was told that there is a way that you can do that. Would you just go to this bank tab and then put the, I don't know, change the number here so that way it does it automatically?
Yes. Just make sure you save.
What would you?
Well, it would just depend on. Go ahead, Matt.
So if for any questions about that, feel free to send us over an email. We have a guide that would walk you through that. I think it's really useful to have on hand. So we can send you over a guide to how to manage employees' banks. Actually, when we send out the recording for this this training, we'll include that guide so you can just go through it. And if you have any questions about specific areas of Total Recon, it has all of the information that you would need to do the best to manage your Total Recon at your property.
Please. Yeah, if you can send that to me.
Yeah, definitely. We'll send it out to everyone in the meeting.
Thanks.
Yes, and then any changes you make in the profile inside the employee profile, also be sure when you come back out to the list, if it's highlighted, to save it again, to save the changes. Also, this button shows the details. Let's go back to a user. If a user needs to reset their password, they would do it from this screen by another user that has access. That's a secure drop or a power user, super user. By clicking on the details for that employee, for that user, it would show the details, change password, or revoke access. So you will click the change password and follow the prompts from there to get password reset. And also this tab will show revoke access, and that you will click that button if employee is no longer active or working at the property or that department. Okay, are there any other questions?
I guess with the imports and everything, there's like an order. I'm assuming 'cause, like if you your deposit, your cash deposit report would change based on the order that you do the imports audit. So I just want to make sure that like you would first do the imports and then you would do the verify and audit, or should you verify and audit first and then the imports?
Yes, I would do the import first and then the audit, verified audit. Make sure all your imports are in
Okay.
successful before you look at anything on your accounting screen so that it's accurate.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. On your home screen, if you have any other questions or need help in the future with any issues or questions, you will click on this button, this little question mark on your screen, and it will bring up our contact information. It shows our email address and our phone number. And we're available every day, Monday through Saturday, Sunday through Saturday, actually, 8:30 to 5:30 Central.
Sometimes I remember though, don't pick up. Like it just says, "Oh, leave a voice message." So I was wondering, I mean, is there a better way, you guys? Because sometimes we need like a response quicker. We can't wait a day to hear back. We need an import to be uploaded that didn't automatically upload.
We try to prioritize calls based on the issue. Although we're here during those hours, we may not answer every call right away, but we do prioritize voicemail calls and urgent emails.
Okay, if it's something urgent, is anyone willing to like speak to anyone sooner, or like, because you know?
Yeah, I would always recommend just leaving a voicemail because we prioritize those voicemails. And feel free to send over a case too, if it's something that, like something being re-imported or something that didn't import automatically. That's something we can grab and, fix for you right away and send you over an email. So if you call and don't get through to someone, always leave a voicemail. Because as soon as we see that voicemail come in, once we're off calls, we'll grab those voicemails and call back. It's just as you know, it can take some time to figure out what the issue is and fix the issue. So a lot of times we're kind of stuck on calls throughout the day. So we're not ignoring you. Promise that. Promise that. It's just we have longer calls and it's what we call busy season. So best advice would be definitely leave a voicemail and we will get to it before anything else.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for joining us today, and I hope you all have a good day. We are going to send you a recording of the call, and it will include links about Total Recon.
Okay.
All
Well,
Any other
I actually have
questions?
one more question.
Go ahead.
right.
Sorry. Asked about whole import transaction import. Like some wouldn't show me if the date wasn't uploaded automatic. Um, it wouldn't show that there was nothing to import for that specific did the first time. So I just know, like, how would I know there was another day or that like the upload and automatically upload?
I'm sorry, you were breaking up. I believe the question was about imports and what day they imported, or what file was in, what data was imported. Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, like let's say for let's say Opera, there
Hmm.
was a date did upload. Let's say it was May 8th,
Hmm.
and then I see that like for time for days that didn't upload, if I click on recent input the drop down arrow and like show removed, it'll tell me that there's nothing came like this date, so that's why nothing uploaded.
Hmm.
I can't see that same information for the Opera Financial Journal transactions. So I wanted to know like how do I know if there was nothing to import for the Opera versus like it just didn't automatically upload?
So I would look at the date that the last import was uploaded. So on this one, we see the last import was uploaded 5/10/2023. If you know that you're supposed to get one that day, click on the tab for that import and check if there was no data to import. If you don't see that file there, then look in the what we call the blob, the section up top where the emails come in. So that's something that you would have to just kind of pay attention to each day. Um, and like Talkley showed everyone earlier, you can click above the import logs to see if something has been removed. So if you don't see that anything was attempted to import for that day, but the file is there, go ahead and manually import it yourself. Or if there is an issue, like I said earlier, and there was no data to import, check that source file to see if there really is no data. If there is data that should have been imported, then contact us because there might be something that went wrong with the import. Also, you can click the retry button. Huckley, you want to go back up to, yeah, stay right there. This retry button right here, you can always try that to try to rerun the import. You don't want to try importing it again because that'll double up your data. But if you retry the import, there may be some things that run and fix themselves there. So
But the retry is when like there's something uploaded and like it's either pending and it didn't go through like process the information, so, like it's there, so that's when you would try the retry. But I'm saying like what if there's no information at all, like you don't even see any view, like you I guess like in between 412 and 510, let's say there's a day that was missing and
mhm.
you don't see anything there,
Then you'll
so
want
how do you
to,
know that there was?
what you'll want to do, so ideally you should be receiving a file every day, right? So then what you'll want to do if it's missing from there and it's missing from the import log, which we're looking at right now, and missing from the section up top where the emails land in your property, this one, we call it the blob. If it's missing from both of those, then you're just going to want to either obtain that report yourself through whatever means that you can obtain the report, or call Symphony, Opera, Micros, and have them resend the report and then just manually upload it. So that a lot of times, if you're not seeing it all, it means there was an issue with the company sending it to us. And all you have to do is just manually upload it once you receive it.
Okay, so basically call you guys if we notice that it's not there.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then
we may have received it
but
and it didn't make it to the site, or it may have made it to the site and didn't automatically import. There's there's a myriad reasons for anything to go wrong with any technological anything. So yeah, you want to just cover your bases first to check and see if you received it. If you didn't receive it, go to that next step of trying to obtain it, or give us a call and we can see if we received it and troubleshoot from there.
But there's no button like the book for a time that'll tell you that it was removed.
So I mean that should
Because there's
be
no data to import.
for any import. It just depends on if the import is one of those imports that may have not had data to import. So all of
Okay.
those, every import that you have on all of those tabs, you should be able to click and check if anything was removed. If you're not seeing anything that has been removed, it's just most likely no files had come in with no information on it. So if you're not seeing removed files from like Opera and you're seeing them from Book for Time, it means Opera had data every time it's sent over. But like I said, we've seen properties where there's only like 2 or 3 transactions that come in on certain imports. And if those 2 or 3 transactions don't have any cache, it's going to say that there's nothing to import. Whereas like maybe an
Okay,
Opera
yeah, because
file might have like 15 things and 3 of them end up having cache out of the 15, but you're still going to get a successful import because there was, even though it's small, it's something to import.
okay, because I just I guess like I think I got it now. I guess so that, like don't I guess I've only seen it for Book for Time that like it
Mhm.
doesn't it shows that there was nothing to import. So I guess it's only Book for Time then that has that issue, and then the other imports tabs of my imports have something daily. If not, then I need to reach out to you guys to see what went wrong.
Yeah. I mean, and it may not even be an issue from Book for Time. It's just that they have nothing to report. So
Mhm.
yeah, and I mean, you're all experts at specifically your property, so you know yours
Mhm.
better than anyone else. So if you think, 2 days out of this week, Book for Time didn't have something that's somewhat normal, then you know that. But if
Mhm.
you're missing your Opera file or your Revolution file, you're really going to notice the difference in data. Um,
Mhm.
so that's when you'll go into your imports and really um, dig deeper to find out
Mhm.
where that's
Oh,
missing.
perfect. Thank you so much.
Mhm.
And if you can please don't forget to send the email with that information. I really would like to see it.
Yeah, we'll
Especially
get
the
that up
bank and
today.
everything for record.
We just have to get the video up on YouTube to make it easier to share. Then we'll send you over a link with that guide.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you all for joining. You all have a good evening.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.